Good morning. It's the start of week 8. 2026 has started for every single day.
Do 1 minute every hour is all I need.
You are watching the
Per hour
vlogs. We're gonna get started with just reflecting on what we have to do for today. And number one is we have to go and have a meeting with one of the church administrators, because not only am I trying to get my confirmation, but we're also wanting to baptize little baby Demi. So that requires to have a meeting with the administrator and show them all our documentations. Obviously for me, I don't have my confirmation yet, but that we are still able to baptize baby because I do have my baptism documentation, and Alondra does have her baptism documentation, and we have our marriage license, or at least we have our marriage certificate signed by a Catholic priest. So we are married under the Catholic Church, so that's cool. The only thing that for me, the only thing that's missing was my confirmation. So that's crazy how like I was holding on to the idea of like, no, I don't believe. But then again, I was already kind of in, you know. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. Maybe I'll explain it more in the next hour. Okay, bye. So I did mention yesterday that I was working on my thumbnails, and I am working from the bottom up. So I already have the first 3 videos done, so you can go see them if you want to. And also, the other thing I realized when I was uploading is that you can put like a series or like a test. They're called A/B testing. So you upload 2 images, and what YouTube's gonna do is gonna show this to one of your viewers and then show this one to another one, and then it's going to check which one has more engagement, right? And you could do it up to three thumbnails. So I could technically do 3 different thumbnails ideas and see which one has more reaction from people. That was something interesting I didn't know about YouTube, but you could do that. As far as the thumbnail, I did manage to come to a basic. Was that poo-poo? I think my baby. We're getting ready to leave it, and then baby, I think he's pooping. Oh my goodness. I came to how I established, or I came to a consensus of how my thumbnails are gonna look, and the style, like a branding, like something you're gonna know that they're my videos because they look a certain way. So that's good. And there's my wifey. But yeah, that'll be all for this entry. I'll see you in an hour. So far, February for me has felt like the moment we hit February, we got stuck. Like we got on a mud pit, and then I'm trying to like unwiggle myself out of it, right? The days are passing, and I feel like I need to catch up with the days because I feel like I'm falling behind. But definitely I wanna focus on putting that energy onto not letting go of the consistency. So much like yesterday, I was about to not do an entry, but I said like, let me just do 1 entry and 1 entry only, even if it takes me 20 minutes to do it. But I was able to just share everything I had to say. And now with the method of like an per hour vlog, it's much easier just to do 1 entry, 1 minute, and then just move along, right? Because you see the progression throughout the day, and that's what I want to share mainly, and that's what the point of this vlogs are, right? But either way, I'll see you in an hour. Bye. Came to Winco, and we got a haul of groceries, whole bunch of stuff, because we've been lacking groceries in our apartment. So we got a little bit of everything, which made the final bill to be over $200. That was crazy. So, but we do have enough for here until we have to go to vacation. I think it's gonna be plenty. And now the thing is, I had to wait until Alo got the baby done because I have to put the cart seat up first. I have to put the cart seat first. Let's see. I have to put the cart seat first. That way I can see how much I can fit around the cart seat and not have the food in first and then have to wedge the car seat in there. So now that that's been done, now we can, this is what I got to work with, all this space, okay? Which we've done it before with like the Tum Tum haul, but this is different. This is like a lot of stuff. So hopefully everything fits. I'll see you later. Bye. But look at that, everything did fit. It's pretty good. And Alondra is still changing baby. All right, so we're back from our trip to town. And number one spot that we went was to the church office to get all the documentation there for Demetrio's baptism. And we actually got our dates now. Yay! So we're excited for that. And there's actually 2 dates that we have to take into account. One is a class that we have to take, like kind of like preparation for the actual baptism day. And then right after that, we head over to Winco to get our groceries. And this was those groceries where like you have nothing at the house, so you had to get a lot. So it actually became a high bill to pay. This one over $200. So it's like that kind of hurts, but it's okay. We got plenty of food, and we got plenty of food to last us up until most likely before we leave. We leave for vacation. Vacation dates will be announced later, but stay tuned for that. But yeah, so now I'm home and I'm gonna start putting things away. Look at Torito. That dude's like, hey, I'm just gonna chill here. Currently here with baby Demi, and I'm teaching him or practicing doing his turns. This time I'm using a blanket, and I put him on the edge, and then I start pulling the blanket up. And so then let's say he's laying on his back, right? And then with the blanket is going up, like he starts turning a little bit, and then there's a point in where he's pushing himself up, and he turns. And he knows how to do that now, because before it was like he was waiting until the last moment, and then technically I would have to flip him. But now, as I go farther up with the blanket, there's a point where he pushes himself, turns, and also tucks his hands in so that the hands can land underneath him, and then he pushes up, like almost like a lizard push-up or a push-up. And so he's definitely learning. He's definitely. The other update of baby Demi is that his bottom gums, you can start seeing how like the teeth are like coming up, right? And there's this little bulges, and then one is like higher than the other one, so it looks like one is about to like come out. So that's why he's been very anxious and like teething technically, right? Oh yes. So yeah, see you in an hour. Okay, I should have probably done this like right after I got home, but I'm gonna prepare the meats and I'm gonna put them in little individual bags. Why, you might ask? Because if I put this entire piece of meat to freeze, when it comes to wanting to prepare something like just for either for me or for Alondra, to have to defrost like an entire chicken breast thing, like all of them, right? it's very time consuming and it's not gonna happen. And once you defreeze it, you're not supposed to refreeze it, right? So what I can do is I can get each chicken breast, and put it one breast in one individual bag. So if we're gonna do like normally one breast feeds both me and Alo, or it could just feed me type of thing, right? There's enough protein there for one person, or I weigh it out, right? I do portionings of meat onto a bag, and then I know that if I get one bag, it feeds one person, right? So if I get 2 bags, it feeds 2 persons, and that's how I do it. But for that, I have to cut them and put them into those bags. But that's something I gotta do, and I gotta do it now fast because they're still cold. They're in the fridge, but I should have done this immediately. But I'm gonna go in. All right, see you in the next hour. Bye. There's a little bit of deja vu right here because I just switched out that tire for my sister. It wasn't even a week before we had to do that again. But what we did is the tire got flat again. Well, not again. We had switched that one, but now the back one right here, I needed to switch it out, and I don't know what it is about it, but it's so hard. And it wasn't until Roy came in to tell me that, like, ooh, you know what will make it easier? So you have this thing, once you have it in there, just look for an extension, because the thing is, the longer the lever, the easier it is. And I was like, you are right. Now it's coming back. That little tip was enough for it to make the whole job easier, because I was struggling. I was hammering in there and I was pulling it, no luck, and then it would snap out, right? And so it wasn't until he told me that I was able to use the leverage literally to get it out. So then he helped me too. He came in and we did it together, put it in, and then my sister's able to take it to a tire shop. And we saw what it was. She had like a big like a stud, not a stud, a screw right in the middle of the tire. So we went and changed that off, or got the parche. And so then my sister's just gonna have to get it plugged, pretty much. So it's an easy fix. Not gonna be that much, probably like $10, 15 probably. And then she's off to her work. So good. Now on to the next. Let's go. Oh, and I'll do it in the next one. Bye.